Hey guys, it's LilyPad. Welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to make something a little special. We're going to be making donuts, and this might sound very complicated or really unhealthy to you guys, but we're going to make donuts with a twist. These donuts are baked, they're not fried, they're baked, so it's a little more healthy. But they're still gonna come out really soft and chewy like a fried donut. So the things you're going to need for your baked donuts are a cookie sheet or a baking sheet lined with some parchment paper. You're going to need 3 1/4 cups of flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt, a cup of milk, and also in here I have 1/3 cup of water. I have 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, a tablespoon of vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And here I also have with me a stand mixer and a dough hook. You can use your hands and a bowl, but I just like to use my stand mixer because this dough is going to get a little wet, and the stand mixer also just makes it easier to knead this dough. So yeah, now let's get started with our donuts. In the bowl of your stand mixer, you want to add in your dry ingredients, so just your flour, sugar, and your salt. And then you want to also add in your dry yeast into the mixture, and then just give that a quick stir with a spatula. Then into your milk and your water, you want to add in your butter and microwave that until the butter is melted and the mixture is lukewarm. And you want to add in your vanilla extract to that mixture, and then just give it a stir with the spatula. Now you want to lower your stand mixer and put it onto your lowest speed, and then you want to stream in your wet ingredients and then mix that on low speed for about 2 minutes to wake up the yeast, and then you want to keep kneading that as a dough for about 6 to 8 minutes, or until it's smooth and stretchy and the dough is actually a little shiny. Now you want to take your dough off the dough hook and set it aside in another bowl, and you can just pour a little oil into the same bowl and rub it around with your hand so that it covers the bowl. Then you want to put your dough in and cover the whole bowl with plastic wrap, and then you can also add on a tea towel, and then you want to let this rise for 1.5 to 2 hours. So now that my dough has risen, it is time to roll it out and cut out our donuts. So here I have my dough. I'm going to uncover it, and I'm going to sprinkle some flour over my work surface and roll out my dough to 1/2 inch thick. Then I'm going to, I just have this tape roll right here, and I'm going to trace around this tape roll with my knife and cut out donuts. And then I also have this, and I'm going to cut out a hole in the middle and use those for my donut holes. And then you just want to place your donuts on your baking sheet, cover them with a towel, and let them rise for 20 to 30 minutes. Now I have my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and I have a basting brush and a little of melted butter, about 2 tablespoons. And you just want to dip your brush in the butter and brush all of your donuts with the melted butter, and make sure you don't get the sides. Then, after you have all of your donuts brushed with butter, you want to dip your fingers in a few tablespoons of water, and then you just want to sprinkle the water on the baking sheet on the parchment paper. And the reason you do this is because in the oven, when the water evaporates, it creates steam, and the steam makes sure that the donuts puff up like you see on a fried donut. And then, once your oven is preheated, you just want to bake these guys for 13 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. While your donuts are baking, let's get started on the glaze. For the glaze, you just need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 3 tablespoons of water, and you'll also need a bowl and a spoon. Now, in your bowl, you want to add in your powdered sugar, your vanilla extract, and your water. And then you just want to take your spoon and mix this together. So as you can see, it's a really simple glaze recipe, and at first it'll seem like it's way too much powdered sugar for the liquid to handle, but as you keep stirring, you'll see it start to come together, even if you have your doubts in the beginning. of your glaze making, but sometimes it is too much powdered sugar. So you can just add in a few more tablespoons of water and then mix that in until your glaze is the right consistency, and you want it to be pretty runny but not totally liquid. So now here I have my donuts fresh out of the oven. So what you're going to want to do is I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to pick up these donuts. They're actually not that hot. And I have my glaze right here, and you're just going to want to dip the tops of your donuts in the glaze, let the excess drip off, and then place them back on your baking sheet. And you want to do this to the rest of your donuts. And what I like to do is I like to double dip these donuts, because once the glaze has set, then most of it gets absorbed by the donut. And so then if you double dip them, then you can really get the full flavor of that glaze along with the donut. Because although the donut has sugar in it, the actual dough of the donut doesn't add a lot of flavor. So when you dip it in the glaze, this is what gives it the most flavor out of all of the donuts. And in the blog post of this recipe, which by the way, the link to that is in the description below, I will also provide other ways you can decorate these donuts. Here are our finished donuts. They look so simple right here, but when you take a bite of these, you're just gonna be wowed. And if you didn't think that baked donuts would be as good as fried, I just want to show you something. Look at that inside of the donut. I don't know if you can see it that well, but that is so delicious and puffy. You have no idea. And you have no idea what my house smells like right now. It smells so delicious. So yeah, thanks you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.